Hello, good afternoon, good day. I am Vicente Fallos, IT developer for several years. I want to share with you my journey in learning AI and ML. I want to start by fine-tuning a pre-trained model and using the Hugging Face libraries, putting some focus in prepare the data for that. Let's start with the explanation about what to do and how to do it. The first of all is about the CSV we're going to use. As you can see here, it's a plain CSV with data. Some of the columns are coming from the bank itself, okay, like a statement, an amount that I moved to 0 because I don't need it and for privacy, and the date. And then I have other columns like the category, the index, and the label that I added myself. IDX is a counter, okay, that we will need later on. The category is something manual I added for training the model, and the label is a numeric representation of the category. So first of all, we need to read the data from the CSV. So for that, we need a pandas. So we do import from pandas. Import pandas, sorry, it will be import pandas as PD, and then let's do a, and then from panda read CSV. Yeah, sorry, CSV, and then that name is bank statement English.csv. We create a variable data, and then what we have to do, we have to create an extra column that we will create with name label. And label basically is getting, as I told you, the categories, okay, that we have, and then we apply a category mapping. For each category, we will get the, let's do that also to be sure that this is cast to integer, okay? So for doing that, first we need a category mapping. Oh, very good. I have here that creates my this, but it's not what I need. I need restaurants. And sometimes Copilot is great for some things, for other things. I mean, it tries to guess too much, you know, sometimes. What do you think, guys? So let's do that. Hot shopping. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's restaurant, food, shopping, ATM, subscriptions, ONGs, taxes, and of course I'm missing one more. Is discarded because some of them I don't need to discard it. So we have that. Then we have the new column here. Also, one thing we need to know is to remove in news columns. For that we do the data drop, and then we want to remove, thank you again, but I want to remove date because I don't need it, category because I don't need a category right now, and amount because I don't need the amount neither. I need only the statement and the label, that is what is giving the category. So here I don't know what is this, so I will remove it, and then I have to also to overwrite the variable data. Once we have this, we have a data object, but it still is not a Hugging Face object. So for that, for getting a Hugging Face object, we need to rely in the futures object from Hugging Face that I still didn't import that. So let me import this. Would be from data sets. That is, as I told you, something from our friend having face, and we import features, and then with features we can create the object we need. First of all, we need the index. Okay, that it's here we tell which kind of objects we want to create. Okay, so there's false and there's value here. I need to import also value, which more. Then the next one I need is label. That is class. Sorry, I work a lot with a German keyboard and sometimes it's hard. So I have the num classes that I know there are. I will put the variable now. I like to put in variables. Num categories better. Okay. Then names is a list of the category loving keys. Okay. So basically we're creating a class label where num categories are 8. Okay, so and the class label I have also to import here. The next thing we have to do was, once we have the features, is okay to create a features variable, and then we can now create the having face dataset. Okay, that is basically the dataset we have, and from pandas we get the data. We're getting the data we have from the dataset that we don't have. We have to import, I guess, because it's complaining to me. Yeah, I have to import that here. So yeah, we get the dataset object from having face, and from pandas we have the pandas object. We added the feature and we have the having face dataset. Very good, very good, very good. Now we need to split the dataset that we have in sub datasets for the training. So we get a having for dataset, and then using some helpers that have inside, I create a train dataset train. Let's call it dataset train. Then from the dataset train, I have two objects inside it. One is test, another is train. Get the test one, and I split again, and this time 5%, 50%, and I get a dataset validation. Okay, very good. Test. Okay, let's call it like that. Okay, I'm splitting, so that's wrong. That's why it's not working. Dataset. I'm splitting the dataset from having face in 3 different objects. Then we have dataset dict. Now we can do it. Dataset dictionary will be the dataset dict object that we need to define. I guess it's not defined, right? Yeah. Dataset right, dataset dict. Okay, we have here, and now this is, first of all, a part is a train. Very good. Another part is validation. And the second part is test. Awesome. Now the second part is to create all the infrastructure that the model needs to start working. Okay, let's continue with the second part of this tutorial. Once we have our dataset created, we need to train the model. For that, we need a tokenizer. What is a tokenizer? Okay, you have here a lot of statements with each category. The model doesn't understand text. It needs to parse each of these parts of the text to a token. Okay, Internally, we don't need to know how it works, but basically the theory of that is that this is not something understandable for the model. We need to parse it to talk. And for doing that, here's where the magic from Hugging Face help us. We have the auto tokenizer. Thank you. Very good. That is a library. Now we move to the from transformer tokenizer. Okay, it helps us. And then we start with this pre-trained model coming from Hugging Face. Let me put this as a checkpoint here. Boom, here. Thank you. No more column. And then I could put here checkpoint. Then once we have a tokenizer, let's create a variable tokenizer. Okay, then we have a tokenizer. We can tokenize the dataset dictionary we have. So dataset dict we have, and we say, okay, I want to map you, and I will, for each one of your values, I will tokenize you in batch mode. It means that to do it more performant, I will not do it one by one. So, but I am in a batch of different of a number of rows. So we have to create a tokenized method for that, or function. Let's call it function, maybe, I don't know. So that tokenize as a batch, and a tokenizer dataset, well, batch, work on the batch statement because I want to tokenize, and then truncation is true, yes, and padding is true. Yeah, basically here I get the batch of files, and I look for the statement as I told you here, and I transform that in tokens, small tokens. Very good. So we have a tokenized data set, and now also we need to do some other stuff that thank you again, Copilot. So let me copy that here, copy and paste it. So I get a tokenizer, okay, and I do this object. I will tell you right now what it is, and I create a variable here. What is this? What is this, guys? Well, I will explain you now. You have here different texts that are not the same length. We move them to tokens so they are understood by the model, but we need them all from the same length. And for that, we use this marvelous method that gets all the statements tokenized and puts the same length as a batch. So once we have this important stuff from the model, okay, you need to have it. Then we start getting small train. Very good. He knows what I want to do. Dataset is basically getting the tokenized dataset that we have, and the train I shuffle, and I don't need this select, so I want to shuffle to be sure that I am not having problems because the order of the data in the CSV. A ver, I don't want to do I will do shuffle again. Then test. There was this, was that here. Shuffle. Okay. So I have two small datasets that they name the same. You could complain. You have two variables with the same name. I mean, as a help, but doesn't matter. Okay. So now we are very close to train it. We need another very helpful object from Hugging Face that do a lot of stuff on our own. So basically it says auto model for sequence classification. So you get the pretended checkpoint with the categories that we want to we have as a for classification, and from this gets the model you need for classify to work with and to classify the data later on. The thing is important to notice here, in my opinion, is that it's doing here a lot of magic. Okay, you have to think that the model has different layers. It has a core and a head. So now we have created trainer. Okay, let's create a trainer because he likes that. Trainer, I hit the trainer, and then let's start. Let's do tab. Let's do tab. Okay. So first of all, I need a trainer. Thank you. Give me the trainer. I go here. Trainer. Secondly, so the trainer needs the model that we have. Very good. Then the data collector, as I told you, okay, because it helps to collect the data with the padding that we need, and then the train data set and the evaluation data set that we got from the pre-trained, okay, and then the tokenizer. And then I would like to have some metrics that maybe I do another video about the metrics itself. Yeah, I need to create an object for that. So let's do that. Training arguments here, output there will be the output folder that is a variable we will define right now. Then the value strategy, the only one I know by now is epoch, so I did this repeating. The per device training batch size 8, and I do always the same, these 4 things. I don't know exactly why, but once I know more about that, I will tell you. So, and then I put this trainer arc because I need the variable here. And then the output folder, as I told you, I prefer to put all this stuff up. And the name of that will be output fine-tuned model. Oh, I need that to import here, maybe? I guess so, yeah? Right. Oh, it's complaining here. Why? Comma, 2 commas. Very good. Now we can train that. Train. We have to want to set the model in the output folder, although because we have already in the configuration training arguments, we don't need to specify here explicitly. And then also tokenizer, we save the pre-train in the output folder. Okay, that's great thing. And I think we are ready to go. Maybe I would like to have some metrics also. Compute metrics. Okay. Oh, I don't have a method, so I have to create one. Let's create a compute metrics. The German. And it's creating a lot of shit on my own that I don't understand, but I'm gonna change it somehow. So first of all, yeah, I need, so I have this prediction label eval pred. Let's predictions equal labels. I don't have idea what is this, so I will remove it and I do what I know. That is basically I need a metric object about the, that's where I'm using the evaluate metric is evaluate load accuracy, and then I have this. I return metric compute, metrics on predictions, reference label. Yeah, that's I like that. And evaluate, I don't have evaluate, I have to import that. Evaluate. Well, now it looks nice, so everything is ready. So now we could theoretically to train it, to run it. Let's see what happens. Training arguments, yeah, this, thank you. And now, an issue in the variables of the to integer in line 49. Here, restaurants, food, shopping, ATM, subscriptions, register, discard. Let's see now. It doesn't like the naming of the column. Something is not labeled. Oh, I didn't put the statement here. Yeah, I need the statement. Is the features have the statement label, so this the statement is categorized and the index. These are the things I need. So now, oh, another checkpoint. Ah, yeah, man. So the thing again. Now we are creating our model, guys. Let's stop it and let's see later on what we get. Thank you. Okay, so that was the video. We learned how to get the CSV, transfer the data so Hugging Face can use it properly, and then create a tokenizer, the data collator, and train the model in a very straightforward way. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.